After putting back Curry's missed three-pointer, Draymond Green just had one of the most hilarious celebrations. This is what happened when Curry returned home to Charlotte on New Year's Eve and put on a shooting clinic that broke records and hearts at the same time. The Warriors beat the Hornets 132-125 on December 31st, 2025 in an afternoon game that turned into something nobody saw coming. That final score only tells you part of what went down inside Spectrum Center. A record-breaking crowd of 19,685 fans packed the arena, and that number set a new all-time attendance mark for the building. But here's the thing about that crowd. Half of them weren't even rooting for the home team. Blue and gold Warriors jerseys filled the stands next to red Davidson gear and white Team USA apparel. Brandon Miller looked unstoppable all night, pouring in a season-high 33 points that showcased his full offensive arsenal. Ball finished with 27 points on 7 of 10 shooting from three-point range, and rookie Con Knupel added another 20 points on top of that. 3 young players combined for 80 points against one of the best teams in the Western Conference, and none of it proved to be enough. That hometown son grew up in Charlotte, attended Charlotte Christian High School, and played his college ball just down the road at Davidson. His father Dell wore number 30 for the Hornets across 10 seasons, and Steph now wears that same number for Golden State. When the final buzzer sounded, Stephen and Dell Curry tied the NBA record for most combined games ever played by a father and son duo, reaching 2,134 games to match Dolph and Danny Shays. Golden State connected on 24 three-pointers at 49%, a season high, with 6 different players knocking down multiple shots from deep. Curry finished with 26 points while Draymond Green dished out 12 assists, also a season high for him, and Jimmy Butler contributed 19 points along with 7 assists. What really separated the teams though came from the benches. Golden State's reserves outscored Charlotte 61-29, and Brandon Podziemski led that charge with 19 points off the bench, including 5 made threes. Charlotte almost stole this one. Down by 15 points in the third quarter, Coach Charles Lee called a timeout that, quote, settled the boys down. What followed changed everything as the Hornets ripped off a 32-12 run, with LaMelo Ball draining 4 consecutive three-pointers during that stretch. Charlotte entered the fourth quarter holding a 100-98 lead. Steve Kerr put the night into perspective after the game when he noted that his team had to make 24 threes to win a close game, and that tells you how well the Hornets are playing. Golden State improved to 18-16 with their 8th seed in the West intact, while Charlotte dropped to 11-22. 6 straight wins over the Hornets now belong to Golden State. For one afternoon in Charlotte, a record crowd witnessed history. Jalen Johnson just delivered one of the most dominant performances of his career. On New Year's Eve, the Hawks forward poured in 34 points while shooting 68.2% from the field, leading Atlanta past Minnesota 126-102 and snapping a brutal 7-game losing streak. Trae Young wasn't even in the lineup. Johnson came out firing from the opening tip, knocking down 2 of his first 3 shots from beyond the arc and building early momentum that Minnesota never recovered from. By halftime, he had 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, and the Hawks held a 70-49 lead that made the second half feel like garbage time. Minnesota's own assistant coach called it probably the worst half of basketball in 5 years since we've been here, and that assessment captures just how lopsided this game became. The final stat line told the full story: 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists in only 32 minutes of action. His most electric play came when he grabbed a defensive board and launched a full-court outlet pass that hit rookie Zachary Risacher perfectly in stride for a thunderous dunk. 14 consecutive double-doubles now belong to Johnson, the longest active streak in the entire NBA. Paolo Banchero refused to let the Orlando Magic lose on New Year's Eve, and what happened in the final seconds at Gainbridge Fieldhouse showed exactly why he's become the face of this franchise. December 31st, 2025 ended with Banchero banking home a shot with 7.5 seconds left, giving Orlando a 112-110 win over Indiana. His final stat line read 29 points and 10 rebounds, but that last bucket told the whole story. The backdrop made this game stranger than the score suggests. Indiana entered sitting dead last in the NBA at 6-27, losers of 9 straight, and this was a roster that played in the finals just 7 months earlier against against Oklahoma City. Tyrese Halliburton's torn Achilles in Game 7 of that series changed everything for the Pacers, and their season has spiraled ever since. Banchero carried his own baggage into this matchup as well. A groin injury had cost him 10 games, and just 48 hours before facing Indiana, he put up his 4th career triple-double in Toronto, only to watch the Magic blow a 21-point lead and lose by 1. Nothing came easy in Indianapolis either, with the scoreboard showing 12 ties and 11 lead changes throughout the afternoon. Orlando's three-point shooting collapsed entirely at just 3 for 21. Certain players just have matchups they dominate, and Banchero against the Pacers has become exactly that. 2 days before this game, Donovan Mitchell posted his worst performance of the season, scoring just 10 points on 3 of 12 shooting against San Antonio, and then New Year's Eve arrived, along with a Phoenix Suns team riding a 4-game winning streak into Cleveland. Mitchell's response was emphatic: 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists in a commanding 129-113 victory. Shooting 55.6% from the field with 4 3-pointers, Mitchell accomplished all of it in just 30 minutes of floor time. That performance marked his 18th 30-point game this season, which ranks 3rd in the entire NBA. What elevated this win beyond Mitchell's individual brilliance was how Cleveland played as a unit, and that's when the team started looking like the squad that went 64-18 last year. 3 Cavaliers finished with double-doubles on the night. Evan Mobley contributed 16 points, 10 rebounds, and an imposing 5 blocks, while Jarrett Allen chipped in 16 points and 11 boards of his own. The ball movement told the real story though, with Cleveland totaling 32 assists, and here's the thing about that